Hello again, everyone. In this technical analysis of the stock market video, weekend update, I believe the trap is about to shut on the bulls. So let's talk about that. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're looking at the S&P 500, and I believe that the SPX here is very close to ending its rally. And this is the fourth rally, right? This is the fourth one since the big sell-off into the bottom of early February. Here's one, here's two, here's three, and here's four, okay? So this is the fourth try at it. And I think what's going on right now is that we have had, the first strong major wave, intermediate wave one to the downside, intermediate wave 2 up, and then we're working intermediate wave 3 to the downside. And within that intermediate wave, you're going to get 5 waves. The first one was a strong minor wave 1, and now we're getting this kind of a complex, messy WXY wave 2, okay? That's what's playing out right now. And if that is the correct scenario, this should be ending fairly soon. And I'm thinking right up in here, it could be it may have ended with the high on Friday. You never know. Or if it keeps pushing, it might push up here to 2750 or so. There is an alternate scenario down here. I don't like it nearly as much. And right now, there's nothing has invalidated this wave count. Let's take a look at McClellan Oscillator. Let me zoom in a little bit on this and bring this down some so it's a little clearer. Okay, so on Thursday, we became extremely overbought again, okay? Last time we had that was April 17th, and the time before that was March 9th, okay? So remember those dates, March 9th, April 17th, and then Thursday, May 10th. So when was that? March 9th, that's the high close. We had 2 days where we had intraday high go a little bit higher. April 17th, we had one more little doji candle, and then here's May 10th, Thursday, May 10th. So we're sitting here looking at the fact that we got extremely overbought right here, we got extremely overbought right here, and we just got extremely overbought right here. Now, there's no guarantees, there's no rule that says because you automatically became extremely overbought that you're going to sell off and go, into a tailspin. But it's a very interesting coincidence that that condition occurred at the exact turning points of the last two highs over here, okay? The end of intermediate wave 2 and the first turning point within this complex minor wave 2, okay, to the upside. Now, let's take a look at something else that's going on. The high yield bond fund. The high yield bond, HYG, and the other one called junk, okay, they typically will mirror the market if they're in sync. And if the market's going up, they're going to be rising because it means the animal spirits are in rare form and people are in the mood to assume risk. If they're going to sell off, that means they're risk averse and they're basically saying they're stepping away from taking that risk and stepping away from the market to a certain degree. So what's been going on with HYG? It's in a short-term downtrend and intermediate-term downtrend. It's actually had a pretty big top in here, and it's rolled over. But here recently, over the last 3 months or so, what's been going on? Why do I have these dark red lines in here? Let me show you let's go back and look. Okay, so this is the high of February 26th to the peak March 9th. So you notice how we have a lower peak on March 9th in here. Look back to the SPX. This went to a high. So what happened is in this move from February 26th to March 9th, this move to a higher high in here was not confirmed by HYG, okay? It said, no, I'm not nearly as bullish as that. No, I'm a little more risk averse. Same thing just happened between the peak on April 17th and back here on Thursday, Friday, okay? And we go back and take a look at April 17th and Thursday, Friday. We nudged to higher highs here in the market, and HYG is saying, no, don't like that at all, okay? Okay, so that's why I think, just these are just a couple of things. There are others, but just looking at HYG and how in sync it is with the market or out of sync with the market, how oversold we are, or I'm sorry, overbought in terms of being extremely overbought, and where we're at in terms of the overall wave count in here. And by the way, when this thing turns down, we're going to have minor wave 3 within intermediate wave 3, and this could get very strong very fast. If you think this was strong, wave 3s have a tendency to be much stronger than wave 1s. All right, so I also want to take a look at semiconductors, because everything was rallying this week. Semis came back, all the tech stocks were coming back, but look, it hasn't gone to a higher high, at least not yet. And where was this high? April 17th again. Sound familiar? And here we are with Thursday, Friday. Okay, so we've rallied back. I still think this broadening top is a valid scenario. It's going to be interesting to see if the semis can continue to push higher in here, or whether we are right about at the peak and we're running into resistance at this prior high at a minimum. Okay, so semiconductors. Energy's been super strong. Oil's rallying. Here we are coming all the way up like this. Very solid trend to the upside, very strong. But where is it approaching? It's approaching 78.5. These are previous very key turning points. December 2016, January of this year. And you can see how they sold off big time on XLE. So now I think it could continue to push a little bit more, especially if oil and USO continues higher in here. But I think there's a decent chance we get to 78.5. If we can get that far, we're going to run into some very strong resistance on XLE. And then the last thing I'll mention here is the financials. Yeah, they roared back here within the last, 6 trading days. But where did they come up to? They bounced right back up to this trend line. And this is a 2-year trend line that was shattered in March, okay? And then what did it do? It hung around and chopped around that trend line for about a month, then rolled on over, went to a slightly lower low in here, and then we got this snapback. So the real question is this the kiss goodbye? The pullback to the trend line and the kiss goodbye as the bull trap slams shut. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to find out this week. All right, that's it for today and for this weekend. If you felt like the video was helpful, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, it's easy to do. And if you could think of one person who would benefit from this video, share the video with them. Get more insight, education, and trade ideas. Become an insider member. Click the image on the screen. It'll take you over to joehenches.net. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.